Greetings and welcome back to the workshop, and while you've not been here, I've machined this piece of metal right here down to size, which is going to be part of our reversing handle, and this will then be machined down further with some holes and some slots to link between here and here, which will effectively then have a handle going up which will pull this up and down for the reverser as shown in the last episode. Spot drill in so we know the centres, which are 3/4 of an inch apart, and then we're going to go in with the appropriate drill for a 6mm reamer. We're going to get those drilled and then we're going to give them a bit of a ream. That's the first bit done, drilled and reamed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this in the vise, put some more holes in so we can get the slot in. So as long as these holes are in the centre line, it doesn't really matter. This is a mass removal. So when we put the slot in, we've got less material to move. So it's just a case of putting holes in. I can't actually remember how tall this is. An 1.25 inches. Right, so that's that. Now, slotted. We did have to put it back in the milling machine and slot it at an angle because it didn't actually fit the reversing lever, or it wouldn't let the mechanism come down far enough. So we've actually put a slot in at an angle. It was quite easy, just put it in, knock it over a little bit and then machine it up. Turned out perfectly. On with the next bit. So now we get to use the rotary table. Yes, we're using the rotary table to round off the corners, just like you've seen me do in previous episodes, and I'm really enjoying using the rotary table now. It seems to be, it's quite a fun item, and I can't wait to do something more complex on it. So here we're putting a bit of clearance for the lift arms. It's only a 1/16 each side, but it's needed. So I'm just using my carbide 10mm cutter for this. There we go. Done. That's how small it is. Slotting, rounded, all the necessary dimensions as the drawing says. We've still got a handle to make to weld on, so I've fitted it on, you can see there, and it operates very nicely. So we've got a handle that goes on the main lever here, and then we've got a half moon one. When it's in this position, you go like that, and that will pull that together, lift that up out of the slot on the reverser itself, and then you can move it backwards and forwards. Nice. So while you weren't looking, I got this mocked up by cutting some bits of angle iron and trimming them down to get this into some form of place, and then I had to notch out the angle iron with the angle grinder. First I drilled a couple of holes, and then I cut in with the angle grinder. Did kind of cause a little fire, but with the rags that I covered everything up with, so nothing got grinding dust on. It was soon put out. And then I've clamped it all down and fitted it into place. So now we can sort of mock up where this goes. So this will slide in here, somewhere there, and then obviously the lever will move sort of like that. And then we've got to put the notches in when we set the valve gear. So our next bit is to make a boss off the main frames to this lever here, and then we can put the link in. So I've dug around in my scrap box and I found this piece of EN8, and that's what we're going to use to make the boss. Right, so I've reduced the length of this little shoulder bit down that was already on it, because we're going to utilise that. So I need to turn this little bit down now to about 12 mil. So I've just quickly gone and put a drill through the reversing arm and then opened it out with the 12mm reamer, so we can then check it against this boss, because it doesn't want to be a tight fit, but it also doesn't want to be too loose. Whether we'll end up bushing this, I do not know. The drawings state that they are just holes that have been case hardened, so sort of where we got to go with it really. So let's try it. Yep, as I thought, we need to take a little bit more off that, so that fits on. Right, let's give that a try. Oh yes. Perfect. Got a little bit of wiggle room on it, a bit of air around it. Right, let's drill a hole and put a thread in. As always, we're going to start off by putting a centre into the end before switching over to our 6.8mm drill for the M8 tap. Bit of that on it. Our next job is to part this off, turn it round and machine it down to length. To make you all feel at home with a popular YouTuber, I thought I'd use a piece of card to catch this. Any second now. Nearly there. Cracking, how big is this? We got there in the end. Right, now we can put this back in and skim the end down to size. 20.02, that'll do us. Right, so that's this little boss now done. And while you weren't watching, I made a washer, a slightly thicker washer, that will hold the reversing arm on to the job, which is fantastic stuff. So now we've got to make bolts that hold the mechanism to the die block to the reversing lever. So having a rummage around in my little scrap bin, I found this 19mm hex bar. We're going to start by facing off the end and then machining down the boss where it goes through the link. This is going to be 13mm, and then at the very end we're going to then turn that down to an M8 to go into the die block already fitted to the locomotive. Right, so that's this little boss made. And as well as that one, I've also got two of them done, as we need two for each end of the link, which I have opened up both holes, which will take these pins. One will go one way, one will go the other way. Very nice. I've also opened up the second hole and put an M8 tap through it so the boss can fit in, like so. And I think it looks pretty good. So what have we got left with this? We have got the handle to make and the lever pulling handle.